Hello, I'm Florian. I'm going to give you a little peek into my library Form. A fun fact, by the way, my last minor patch included a lot of small bugs, which I fixed during this video. Yeah, so enjoy and have fun. All right. Yes, let's create a simple registration form with some conditional ifs and fields. Yeah, nice style, reactive components, and dynamic components. So first of all, we must create our project. I will use PNPM for this. So for example, a minimal application, PNPM. We don't need a repo this time. And great, very great. So let us try again. Yes, override PNPM. No. So we use one module. It's the ESLint module, and I think that's enough for this example. Right. Form example. So good. Make it a bit, zoom a bit in. So here we are. All right. First thing, I use ESLint, so we should install TypeScript as a dev dependency, and I have some VS Code configs, nothing special. So, and then we need to activate the config stylistic true. All right, so restart ESLint. No. Now we will see. And then we want only work on the app view. We don't need multiple pages or such things. Yeah, let us start. So first of all, we install the modules. We want to use Form Nuxt and Tailwind CSS module. It's really cool. I'm a big fan of Tailwind. Nice. I always forget. Okay. Yes. Okay. Then let us start with a container. XL MX out was cool. Or H1 form. Okay. All right. First step when using Form, when forming is good, yeah. When using Form is a model or in Form called schema. So here we want to use TypeScript. So, thanks to the Nuxt module, the most important things are auto-imported, so you don't import anything here. You can directly write your schema, and this is a form schema. So this form schema, you can read a lot of the, or in the documentation page. Yeah, looks good. AI is working. Is a better JavaScript object in the end. This validation part here is wrong. In form, its name is rule required, and if you want to have a min length, I can show it later. Yes, so that's the normal way to go. First name, last name sounds good. Email sounds good. Here we have a second rule, and I forgot. Yeah, that's right. Here the same, and here also. Yes, the password, so we can. So this is a special rule. It's a function. Yeah, then we want to confirm our password. So let's confirm password. That's the same type, label, placeholder is okay. Yeah, that's a special thing. Here we have match field is right, but it's a function. And that's right. Okay. Then we have, I think, good first start. But we want to select a role. Name is role. And it's a select, that's right, it's okay. Options sounds good. But here we have the first label is the please choose. This looks good. Then not user. We want to be a contributor. Yes. And second, maybe a member. Member sounds good. So value member admin no. So close the brackets. All right. So here we have this role. I think it's enough for the moment. I'm still wondering why stylistic is not working. Yes, lint, what have I got? Is lint config stylistic? Sounds looks correct. Okay, with code config. All right. Yes, lint is fine. Restart the ESLint server. Ah, now much better. Okay. Here we go. Then the script is already finished for the moment. Then we come to the special part, the form itself. And hopefully you will wonder, it's only this comment. Only this or component in the end, out of form. If you add this component, we got a really nice 500 error. Yes, that's absolutely correct. We need to create our form provider or our schema, our object. So this is use form. That's right, but that's not right. schema, and then we can add some specials like validation mode. We can say on blur or on input. In the end, you can set each of these fields, of these properties, of these objects, its own validation mode. So the one field can have on blur, the second field can have on input, and so on. The standard, I think it's on blur or undefined. Yeah, I think it is on blur. And then here is the form. We don't use it in the moment, but here's our form. it's really ugly, I know, but it's still working. So here you see the errors. Great. Now we must style this a bit. And we do this in the schema with the classes prop. And here we have 4 properties in the end. It's a label, a help. The help property is for info text or errors. By the way, also for errors is proof. Then we have an outer for the form group, so to say, and the input for the input element. I have here the idea. Let's say outer is flex. Let's say it's a flex. Flex call mp. No, flex call gap 2. Then the label. The label is a text medium. And then we can get to the color gray 700. It's fine for me. For the input, full width. Then we want to have a bit padding in the end. Border. Okay, this sounds good. Yeah, okay, I can live with that. And we have the help. Here we say text XS, but not gray. We want to have a red color. All right. Anything goes wrong? I forgot. Okay, this should be the problem. All right. This comma. We use this on each field, so I will move it out. Let us call field classes, and here we can say field classes is object. All right. And then we copy and paste this in the end. Each field. Yes. Yeah, why not? Okay, here's our form. Looks, I think, a bit better. Not perfect, but a bit better. And it's hopefully still working. All right, here we see the errors on blur. Nice. So that was not all. We want to have some conditional fields. If we choose contributor, it should be show a new field different to the member. And this, please choose a role. If you want, you can disable it too. This is a form property that hopefully works. Yes, it's expected. But the admin, no AI, we don't want admin. Okay, then let us add some more fields. Now we add Don't know. Let us add yeah, GitHub name. Why not? So, input field, GitHub label, placeholder. Yes, yes, this is fine. And not correct, but this is the right direction, the right way. It's the role contributor. And yes, that's all in the end. What we can do is a validation already. So we can add also this required field if you want. Then second field is the name and company. Let us say company. If you're a member, you must have a company. That's our rule. Show if, yes, absolutely fine. Yep. Okay. Then, yeah, give it a try. Contributor, and it does nothing. That's not what we want. Yeah, show if is absolutely wrong. This is a AI issue in the end. There's only not a field. There's only the is fine. Stop, please. Thank you. It's only this one. So that's the right thing. And here is the same. Member. So, all right, here we are. This fields comes only if you choose member. Here, choose contributor. Very fine. All right, that's not all. Now we want to have nested fields, dynamic fields. And this is a very nice feature, I think, and a very easy feature, or very, very easy to use. First, we call it projects. You can share your projects, and yes, the type is a special form type. It's a repeater. So then the labels project is fine. Classes, here I want to change something because this is not correct. If I restart the dev server, so Tailwind is sometimes a bit tricky, then you will see, and if I style the form, the outer form element in the end, it's important, then we have a grid with 2 columns in the end. And here I want to have a full. So I want this component use the both columns. So the style will follow later. Yeah, validation. Okay, makes here no sense. Let us define the fields. So the fields is okay. Project name, project URL sounds good for me. Validation is correct. All right. And then I want to add a new style. I think we can full with classes, and then let us. Yeah, this is no, not perfect. The gap is good, but the call span 2 is important. Okay. And this class will go here to our projects. Yes. All right. Then we must do a bit more. Here you see projects. It looks not good. The first is the outer form had a lot of properties you can set. The first is exclude repeaters, and here we say true. So ignore the repeater. And then the repeater is a special thing. We need to add they as its own component. By the way, if you're still wondering, must the repeater components always on the bottom? No, we can use autoform multiple times with the prop only as example. So here you can simple say use the first name as example, and here only the first name. Then you can add a second component and then next autoform again with other components inside. And so you can order such special situations with repeaters. But this tutorial is not a problem for us. Form repeater, not repeaters. So here we have a slot property. The only important thing for us is the no, not this one, index. Thank you. So, and then that's weird. Okay. That's weird too. AI. Sometimes it's really, really, really strange. Okay. Only save. Not this way. Okay, then we have this form repeater. Inside this form repeater, we must do something. Here we want to use autoform again, and yeah, with the only property. That's in this case just very important, but we come later to it. Let us start with a clean autoform. It will not look very fine, but yeah, give it a try. What's the problem? The important thing is the name. Here we must say the name of the property in the schema. So here projects in the end. And invalid end tag. Really nice. Where is the invalid end tag? Oh, okay, here. So here. This looks good. It looks all good for me. Well, that's crazy. Why? Okay. Yeah, something super weird. That's okay. That's also okay. All right. Okay, we have some problems. I think it must be anything here. No. Yes. Like I said, sometimes. Oh, here. It looks not really cool. It's okay. What's the problem? Line 2. There is no problem. Okay. Good. Then let us add special prop. Wrong. So the special prop only. So with this prop we say out of form it should only render special fields. So we want to render the project, so that's the name of the form repeater object. The index comes from the form repeater too, and the project name and the project URL looks good for me. All right. This time here we see nothing because there is nothing, no items inside this project array. So we need to add a button to add some projects. And this button should be outside of form repeater, otherwise we never see it. So button add project, and then this should have a little style, a margin, the full width, bit padding, a border should be dashed, border gray 300 maybe, rounded a bit, text is also gray, and let's add some hover functions. So hover pseudo clauses with blue maybe 400 and hover text blue 500 with transition. Okay, and then nearly right, we add this function. It comes from form. This adds some items or one item, and here we need to set an object. You can explicitly set the project name, project URL, or an empty object. So now give it a try. All right, validation works as well. Very nice. Then let us add shortly a button for remove the project. Yeah, that looks fine. Remove repeater item is the correct function with the index as second parameter. Good. Let's test it. Then we say the second is test2, third test3, and then we delete the second. Yes, that works as expected. The only thing I want to fix is the style. So we use two columns, but we see only own column. So this outer form needs some style. There is a special class, a container class, and here we can say grid calls to and bit gap maybe. All right, here we are. Nice. The last thing we need is submit the form. So the easiest way is to create a form object which surrounds all the auto forms, auto form objects and so on. And yeah, and here we can add a submit prevent function, and then we place it here. Async. That's not correct. So then we can log the form data. It's not get values, it's form data in the end. And if we have some errors, we can log this with form errors. That's right. Okay. So this is fine. This is fine. This is not fine. Oh, I see. The type input is wrong. It should be text. The type of a text here. Email is fine. Password is fine. Confirm password is wrong. Should be password. Yeah, text. text, and in the repeater the same. Okay, looks better. Good. Then we can create a button for submitting something. Submit. Submit. And yeah, that should be all. Then let's test. So here's the console. Now we press submit. We have validation errors. Here you can see what goes wrong. Let's fill the fields. Yes, match password still working. Submit, and here we have our form data. All right, if you choose the contributor, we should have an error. Yes, we have. GitHub name is required. All right, and if we add a project, here we see we need these fields. They are already validated before we clicked. This can be better. My project, and the URL is github.com, and here we are. All right, all the data we submitted is there. I hope you enjoyed the video, this little glimpse into Form. Feel free to read the documentations linked below. Yeah, of course, Form can do so much more than what I just showed. Nested fields, custom validation texts, internationalization, wrapper functions to insert custom fields between inputs, custom controls, and so much more. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.